Southwest Mississippi. It's Thursday morning and time for Thursday Open Lines, your weekly look at what's happening in and around our area. If it's happening in Southwest Mississippi, you'll hear it right here on TOL. Now, from our studios in downtown Brookhaven, it's Thursday Open Lines with your host, Kenny Goza.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Thursday Open Line. We have some great guests today. We have Emily Flessner from Co-Lin about the job fair next week. We have, I think I saw her walk in, Jennifer Jackson from Mississippi School of the Arts, talking about the upcoming Mamma Mia play that they're doing, or program they're doing at MSA. And then we have Brendon Adams and Joey Norton and others from the District Attorney's Office to find out what all's been happening there recently, which is always very, very interesting to talk to those guys. But first is Miss Emily. You were here a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about the job fair, which is next Wednesday.
Yes, it's coming up. We're about
And this is your first
out.
Job fair.
Yes, this is not my first event, but my first event for Co-Lin. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about everybody that's coming.
We're going to be there live?
Yes, y'all will be there live and talking to some of our businesses and some of our Co-Lin administration. And we're really excited about this event for the community.
You say you had around 50 vendors?
We do, yeah. We've got about 50 vendors and about 21 sponsors.
Are you taking more vendors?
I will take anybody that comes.
Up to the day of, right?
Absolutely. You can find it on the job fair website, colin.edu/jobfair. Sign up, and I will find a spot for you.
Well, having been up there, we talked last time of me being a part of this for many years up there. I hope our business would realize there are some great students up there that are looking for job opportunities, and Co-Lin turns out good products.
They do.
You know, we turn out people. Talked to one business, I think we mentioned it last time, that has hired 8 students from Co-Lin out of the automation and control program up there.
Yes, it's a great program. They're doing a great job, and all of our CTE, all of our workforce programs, they're doing a really awesome job at preparing these students not only for their skills, but to actually join the workforce. And we're looking forward to these kids bringing their resumes, and we want these businesses to know that our students they're ready to join the workforce. They're prepared. They're coming to this event to talk to them about really getting a job. And the community's invited, so anybody that wants to come to this event, come on, bring your resume, and who knows, you may have an interview on the spot. We don't know. Yeah,
and an offer.
Yeah.
There have been offers on the spot.
There has been offers on the spot before, and we're really hoping that, you know, these business and industry that are coming, they're coming because they need to hire people. So if you're looking for a job in any field, we have somebody there ready to talk to you.
You know, you mentioned it just a second ago, and I think the years again that I was up there, something that we really try to stress on the fact that this is a community job fair. So it's not solely for Co-Lin students. So if you're out there listening, you're underemployed, you're looking for job opportunity, then bring your resume, come up Wednesday to walk around and talk to some folks.
Dress for success and come talk to these businesses. That's what they're there for.
Well, I know you said you had 21 sponsors.
Yes.
So I think you want to kind of recognize those a little bit. So I'm going to just let you
give a shout out to some of our sponsors. Rex Lumber of Brookhaven, DG Foods, Lincoln Residential Center, Magnolia Electric Power, Pike National Bank, Copiah County Medical Center, Upchurch Services, Paul Jackson and Son, Prime Care Nursing, King's Daughters Medical Center, Priority One Bank, Vestra Revenue Cycle Management, Southwest Mississippi Regional Medical Center, Safran Aero Systems, Dickerson and Bowen, Steampunk Fabrication, Silver Cross Health and Rehab, Hitachi Energy, First Bank, Forest General, and who knows, we may have a few more that sneak in there at the end, but we have a great group, a very diverse group of businesses. Like very diverse, yes, especially healthcare. I know for a job fair, healthcare is always one of the biggest industries that shows up, and Co-Lin has so many different programs that feed into that healthcare industry. So we're really looking to place those students because our nursing students are ready to get out there and get a job.
You know, I want to go back just a second to the automation and control, because going up there, I didn't really know a whole lot about, when you say that name, what does that mean? But when you're mentioning healthcare, you mention Hitachi, you remember Rex Lumber, even though you're talking about maybe 3 different types of businesses as far as products concerned, automation and control students fits into every one of those.
Every one of them. They can get a job in pretty much anything. Anything.
I remember Mandy Case is the teacher up there, and she says it goes from making the drink machine at McDonald's do medium to building a car at Nissan.
Right.
That's the gap of that skills in that trade.
And we have everybody coming. I mean, if you're wanting a job at Nissan, come talk to Nissan. I believe they're going to be there, and it's a great opportunity for our community to talk to businesses, because some of these businesses that even the sponsors that I read off, they're some of them are not local to Brookhaven. So, Upchurch Services is out of Madison, Mississippi. So we've got some really awesome opportunities and some new businesses that have never come to the job fair before.
Some of the businesses that have been there in the past and probably even next week are global.
Yes.
They're not just local. Like you said, they're not local. They're not necessarily Mississippi. They're global.
Yes, and that's the best thing about a trade is, if you want to go and travel, trade's where it's at. I mean, you can travel anywhere with welding. You can go do anything with that. You can travel anywhere with automotive control, manufacturing, anything. Obviously, we want them to stay here in Brookhaven.
Yes, right, we do.
And be a part of the working community in Brookhaven. But there's just so many opportunities, and I really want to provide a great experience for these companies that are coming, but also for the community and our students.
Going back to conversations up there with business and industry, and I had Rex Lumber, good friends with those guys. And at Co-Lin, it was kind of like, we're not trying to help you find a job. We're trying to help you find a career.
Yes. Which
is a big difference.
Right. That's one of the biggest pieces of advice that I had when going to college. It actually came from my dad. He said, don't just get a degree, get a career.
Right.
And I mean, workforce and career tech is right there. That is your career. You are being trained, and Co-Lin's training these students in their soft skills too. So that's fantastic, preparing them for the workforce.
Yeah, you have to let them know that there's expectations, not just a trade skill, it's that soft skill piece. And I think as you talk to business and industry, you hear that quite a lot of the weaknesses in the soft skills.
Yes.
Being to work on time, staying off the cell phone, dressing properly, those type of things, that being able to interact with other people, look at them and have conversation.
Yes.
And that's what Co-Lin helps do. I mean, every one of the instructors up there know that that's a key piece of what they do.
Yes, and this job fair is a great opportunity for these businesses to kind of see you in a little more casual setting, but like I mentioned earlier, dress for success, bring your resume, talk to these businesses at their booths like you're wanting to get a job. It's not a formal job interview, but it could be, so treat it that way.
Well, again, having been there before, I've seen that happen to where how they interacted at the table, before they leave, the business says, hey, can we do a follow-up? Can we talk to you later? Can we set up something? Or, hey, can we go out into another room and talk?
Absolutely.
So how you approach the table, that you're looking for something, not just going by to pick up a piece of candy or a pen, but you're shaking hand, making that eye contact. I'm interested in looking for a career.
Yes, and I would love to be able to say, how many students or how many people from the community came through and actually got an interview from the job fair or got a job offer. That would be amazing to know those statistics.
Oh, yeah. And that's happened. It's happened up there with SuperTalk being there and knowing, again, the opportunity that's there. So the times are next week are what?
It's Wednesday, March 25th. It's from 10 to 1. So we will be there and ready for everybody. Our businesses are going to show up and get set up, and we've got some goodie bags and some things from workforce to anybody that comes. We're going to try and get you as prepared as possible. And hey, if you don't know how to do a resume, we'll show you. We'll give you some tools.
You can help do that prior to.
I can help do that. You just come let me know. If you need help with a resume, I'm happy to help you.
And I think you said last time that you're going to try to have it segmented out like healthcare.
Yes. We're going to try to. Yeah,
banking.
We're going to make it to where it's very, very user friendly. If you know what you're wanting to do, we've got it kind of sectioned out so that each industry is coupled together. It's not spread out. So if you're healthcare and you want to talk to healthcare, you got it.
All right. Well, we're about to run out of time. We want to mention, again, SuperTalk is going to be there, so be listening on the radio. We're going to have some interviews with some of the business and industries, some of the administration there at Co-Lin. And who knows, if we find a student that's getting a job offer, we might get them on the radio, won't we?
I will send them your way.
So congratulations on your first job fair. I know you'll do a great job with it. I've enjoyed getting to know you a little bit, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Sounds good. See y'all next Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you, Emily. All right, Randy, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back.
At Brookhaven Monument Company, we understand that a monument is more than a stone. It's a promise to remember.
Since 1947, families across Southwest Mississippi have trusted us to tell their loved one's story with dignity and care. We offer quality craftsmanship, stellar service, and one of the largest selections of memorials in the region.
Visit us at 807 Highway 51 North in Brookhaven or call 601-833-5701. Brookhaven Monument Company, honoring life with lasting beauty.
All right, we're back with some folks here from Mississippi School of the Arts. We are so glad to have them in our community for all the work that they do with students from all over the state. And we have Alexis in here with us from Madison, Mississippi, and Miss Jennifer Jackson, who, gosh, how many things have we done through the years together, Jennifer?
Kenny, I hate to think about it. It makes me feel a little bit
old.
I know, I'm not saying that word. A little bit experienced.
What's the word? Yeah, there's a word. Nostalgic.
Yes,
Nostalgic.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yes, but let me mention our sponsors real quick, and then we're going to talk about Mamma Mia. Bank of Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookhaven Recreation Department, Lincoln County Civic Center, Toyota of Brookhaven, Copiah Lincoln Community College, job fair next Wednesday. We just got through talking about that, and Rapid Oil Change. So, Jennifer, we got Alexis with us, and y'all are fixing to do Mamma Mia.
Next week, we are doing Mamma Mia. We are so excited. And the reason this is really, really special is it will be our first performance in the newly renovated and updated Lampton Auditorium.
And it looks so good.
Oh, it's
my
just
gosh,
beautiful. But now we'll be able to do this type of performance in there, which we weren't able to do these types of performances in Lampton before. So we're really, really excited about that. And it's our opportunity to not only have this show, but to thank all of the people who helped make the renovations to Lampton possible. There's so many people that over the past 2 years have given to the project to be able to make it possible. And, of course, the Lampton family has been very, very instrumental in making that happen, and Dr. Luke Lampton. And we are naming the stage. He's named the stage the Jane Ann Lampton Moore Stage. And Jane Ann was Dr. Lampton's sister who died of cancer years ago, but she was a big lover of theater and everything. So we're just really excited to thank those that helped make this happen, and then to present Mamma Mia next week.
Well, just real quick, every time you mention Lampton Auditorium, and we go back, and I said how much it means to have the School of the Arts here. We go back to Governor Fordyce, Dr. Barnett, but then remembering when we had to prop the walls up on the south side of the building to keep it from falling in.
And I had to wear a hard hat to work every day.
So to go from there to now.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. And I
wonderful.
just can't wait for everybody to see it and experience it. And we still have more to come with the renovations in Lampton, where we'll actually have our own light and sound. Right now, we're having to rent it to be able to put on a production like this. But, eventually we won't have to rent it and we'll have our own. So we're just so excited. But I'm really excited for the public to see this, and the show is going to be incredible. I mean, everyone loves Mamma Mia and the music from ABBA, and I wanted to bring this up because you only have one more day. We have reduced tickets for students for only $10 each, but that only lasts until 5 o'clock tomorrow. So 5 o'clock on Friday, the price will go back up to $15 or $20.
Okay.
But you can get $10 student tickets.
You get them online? Or
Yes,
you
yes,
can
you get them online.
Or at the office?
Yes, or at the office, but online is probably the easiest thing to do because we go online when you get them. You don't actually get a ticket, you get a reservation, more or less, so it's not a physical ticket. But anyway, we're also having a VIP event the first night of the show, which is Thursday night, the 26th, and you can buy a ticket, a VIP ticket, and the VIP tickets are for that night only, March the 26th, but it will get you into the pre-reception, which is at Captain Jack's Guest House, with dinner, an Italian-style dinner to go with the Mamma Mia theme. It's going to be really, really nice, and after dinner, that will get you your ticket will, get you into the show where you'll have VIP seating also. And that's the only night that we will provide VIP seating and an event like that. So I would encourage, if you want to come to the dinner and the reception at Captain Jack's, that's on Thursday night, and tickets are available for that also. But the show is March 26th, 27th, and 28th, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week at 7 p.m. And then we have a matinee show on Sunday afternoon, the 29th, at 2 p.m. So those are the times that you can come. And we have $15 general admission balcony seating and $20 general admission floor seating. But like I said, get those student tickets for $10.
Through tomorrow. 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Through 5 o'clock tomorrow.
All right, we need to let this
I know.
young lady
Let her
speak.
talk.
Let her
Yes.
talk. All right, Alexis, you're from Madison, Mississippi.
I am.
So what's been your experience to be at MSA?
It's so much cool, and I'm so blessed to go. I used to go to Germantown High School, and it was really cool. I was very blessed to go there. But coming to MSA, you just get to be around people who love the same things that you love, and we're always singing and dancing in the hallways, and it's just so much fun. And I just get to be in a lot of shows, and I get to have a lot more experience in my art, and it's really cool.
What discipline are you in?
I'm in theater.
See how I use that word? See,
You have learned, man.
I've
You have learned.
What discipline are you in?
I'm in theater.
Okay.
Yeah, but they call me an honorary vocal because I'm always around them. So I'm a little bit of both. I'm a hybrid.
So you prefer theater over music?
I do.
And you said you do have a part in Mamma Mia? Are you doing in the what?
I'm a featured dancer in Mamma Mia, so I do a lot of turns. I do a lot of jumping. We all sing, so that's really fun. But yeah.
Are you a junior or a senior?
I'm a junior.
Okay. So you got another year here.
Yeah, and I'm so happy. I can't wait to see what we do next year.
We're excited. We're so excited about this show, and everybody loves the music from Mamma Mia.
Very catchy.
It's just,
all very catchy.
ABBA and
Yeah,
everything.
right.
So
They're
just
playing on the radio this
everyone will love this show, from kids up to adults our age, Kenny.
Nostalgia.
Yes, nostalgia.
Hey, so with the renovations at Lampton, this is going to open up the opportunity for more productions like this, correct?
Yes. Before
It's
we
been
weren't.
kind of limited on space.
We were the stage was limited, so we have made the stage much larger than it was. But
Without losing space.
here's the deal too. With Lampton, it's a historic building on the National Register of Historic Landmarks, so you have really strict guidelines. So it looks the same. It's not like it's been modernized and you walk in and it's a different building. it's the same. Like the stage looks like the original stage. It's just much larger.
Yeah.
And now we have curtains, and we did have to cover up the windows because too much light came into Lampton to be able to do a show like this, but it's not a permanent thing. If we need to they're like inserts, so we could always take them out, and the windows are still there. Nothing's happened to the windows. It's just for performances like this, it's necessary because you need it to be black, dark in there, and there's no way you could do that with all the windows. So,
well, it's just a wonderful facility for our community. I had somebody visiting here. I mentioned on the radio a couple of times that's an artsy music kind of guy. Has a great big company in Franklin, Tennessee. He was down here visiting, and he was just amazed that Brookhaven had a facility like that. And he kept just going on and on and on about it.
Well, right. Our school is one of only 9 like it in the entire country. And how blessed are we to have a school like this in Mississippi? And we just got through our audition process just last weekend, or weekend before last. It was a weekend before spring break. And so we had the auditions for our incoming junior class, and it was just amazing, the talent. Really just amazing.
Well, Mississippi has a lot of talent.
I know. We're really, really excited.
We just have a lot of talent here.
We're excited, but we want everybody to come out and see Mamma Mia and the newly renovated Lampton Auditorium, and we hope you'll come to VIP night and join us for that reception and really good food and fellowship. And we want to really thank all of our sponsors.
You want to mention the sponsors?
And the Lampton family.
Okay.
Because the Lampton family, Dr. Luke Lampton and the Lampton family, and Dr. Alan Moore and family have been very instrumental. We would not have been able to do the renovations to Lampton without their support. So the Lampton family has been just phenomenal. We also thank the Brookhaven Trust, Toyota Brookhaven, Bank of Brookhaven, Paul Barnett Nissan and the Barnett Insurance Group, Bank Plus, Bowie Barbecue, Jumpstart, ACT Prep, King's Daughters Hospital, Hearst Review, Walmart, the Oak Coke Plant, Pike National Bank, Hobbs Realty, and John Burns, Senior Care Attorney at Law, for helping make this happen. And there are so many individuals, too, that have given. So I'm not naming the individuals.
Yeah,
so there's so many people in the community that have helped make this possible. So Thursday night is to thank all of them for what they've done to make it possible.
A great group of sponsors. Really. All right, Alexis, we're going to kind of wrap up here. So give a plug for people to come, students. Tell them to come get their tickets.
Guys, come to Mamma Mia. We worked really hard. It was a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun in rehearsals. We're rehearsing late into the night now. We've gotten out of rehearsal at like 8:30, 8:45 every night. And we're just really working hard to make sure it's a good show, to make sure that, the Lampton Auditorium is so historic and it's so iconic, and we just really, really want to like have a good show and have a good revealing. And yeah, I really want everybody to come see it and to come see what we worked so hard on and to come see what people are supporting, because a lot of people are excited and a lot of people put a lot of money into this, and we just want to make everybody proud. So please come see it. 'Cause
you like Brookhaven?
I love Brookhaven. It's so cool.
Right answer.
I'm from a big city. I'm from Jackson, Madison area. So Brookhaven's cute. It's awesome. I love it. We just got back from the Donut Palace, and I was very happy to get a donut. Okay. It's very cool.
All right, we're gonna take a break, and we're looking forward to Mamma Mia next week.
Thank
y'all for coming in, Jennifer.
I'm gonna leave some
Alexis,
flyers.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Leah, leave Randy a flyer, and we're gonna take a break.
We're proud to share some big news with our community. Toyota Brookhaven is the first dealership in Southwest Mississippi to earn the Distinguished Toyota President's Award.
This is Toyota's highest honor, recognizing dealerships that go above and beyond with customer satisfaction, sales performance, service, and overall operations.
What makes this award truly special is you. From all of us at Toyota Brookhaven, thank you. This award belongs to you. Toyota Brookhaven, your trusted hometown choice.
All righty, we are back, and we're going to finish the show out with very special guests that we have encouraged them to come on quite frequently to let us know what's going on in our community. We have Brendon Adams in from the District Attorney's Office, and we have Joey in and Stephen in from there. Stephen, he's not a Brookhavenite, but we claim him still. We're just glad to have y'all, Brendon. Like I say, we really like to get y'all in to kind of keep people informed. What we see in the newspaper, but not that doesn't always tell us everything that's going on. So we want people to know that y'all are working really hard to try to take care of our community. So I'm gonna just kind of let you just get started with it and talk about what's been happening, what you can talk about.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we've been working on is, crime is not slowing down. We are seeing a small dip in stuff that we're seeing in our community, which is always a great thing. But just like everywhere else, crime never stops. It's no shortage of business for us, and that's one of the things that we're continuing to work hard on. One of the things that I did when I took office was, one of the biggest complaints I heard was people were tired of plea bargaining. People wanted to see more trials. They wanted to see more people held accountable. And that's one of the things that we have done since we took office. We have set new guidelines. The Mississippi legislature and the laws say that there's certain minimums and maximums for certain crimes. Well, inside of our office, we have established our own minimums and maximums of things that we want to see done. For example, if somebody breaks into your house, the maximum penalty they can go to jail for is 25 years, and the minimum penalty is 3 years. Well, inside of our office, I'm tired of seeing people's houses get broken into. That's one of the things that I believe, that a person's house is their castle. I believe that that's where they're supposed to feel comfortable. That's where they're supposed to feel the safest in the world. So our office has established a policy where if you break into somebody's house, the minimum that we're going to sentence you to, or we're going to ask that you be sentenced to, is 10 years in the penitentiary. And that can go up or that can go down depending on what a judge does. So we're looking at that. We have seen a number, like I said, we have seen a decrease in house burglaries for that very reason, because we're letting criminals, defense attorneys, everything know that we're not playing down here. We are setting our own rules. If somebody does decide that they want to plead guilty, we're dictating the terms of what they plead to. I guess one of the best ways to put it is we are plea bargaining out of a position of strength now rather than out of necessity. We indict about 600 cases per year, give or take, and we only have so many days that we can try cases for the year. So there's a backlog of everything. But one of the things that we do is we look at our best cases, we look at our strongest cases, and those are the cases that we go out and we try cases and we see where we can go from there. Just here recently, we had a case, and I believe Stephen tried it, and I believe Joey may have tried it. I'm not sure about it. But it was a person that was distributing fentanyl in our community. And anybody that knows me that knows that fentanyl is one of those pet peeves of mine. Fentanyl is a very, very dangerous drug that has come into our community. I am happy to say that we are seeing less and less fentanyl. And I think there's a direct correlation between the border being closed now in Mexico. So we're seeing less fentanyl now coming into our community. To say that it's completely gone would be a complete understatement, but we are seeing less and less. But when we do see it, we are still treating it as the worst of the worst. And just to kind of give people an understanding, fentanyl, how deadly this stuff is, and I've said it before, a sugar packet full of fentanyl is enough to kill 500 people. That's how deadly and dangerous this stuff is. The gentleman that we just recently went to trial on, he had about 20 grams of fentanyl, which is enough to kill about 10,000 people.
So basically the population of city limits.
The population of Brookhaven. Exactly.
Well, yeah, the city limits of Brookhaven.
He had fentanyl, he had cocaine, he had marijuana. We recently went to trial on that. Stephen did an outstanding job. I believe it was about a 2-day trial. He was found guilty, and he will serve the next 23 years in the penitentiary for bringing that poison into our community. And that's the best way to put it. Fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, you call it whatever you want to call it, illegal narcotics, drugs. I call it poison. It is poisoning our youth, it's poisoning our children, and I am going to continue to do everything I can to get that poison off of the streets.
Well, we've talked about it here when y'all been on the radio, and then we had Dustin on a couple of weeks ago with some folks from the state. It's so dangerous as a point of contact without you even being aware that you have touched something with fentanyl in it. It's deadly.
That's exactly right, and that's why when I first took office, we had a class, and I'm actually in talks with the Attorney General's office about bringing the class back. It's a fentanyl strike force training class, and it talks to officers. It's geared towards officers, but it talks to them about proper procedures and how if you think you're coming into contact with this stuff. You don't know if you're coming into contact with it. When you look at it, it looks like a powder. It could be cocaine, it could be methamphetamine, it could be baby powder, it could be fentanyl. So these officers, I can't say enough about our officers, our deputies, our police officers, Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics. They go out and they put their lives on the line for us. So we need to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make sure that they are trained to do their job effectively, efficiently, but also safely. We need to make sure that at the end of the day that these officers are going home. So we're in the process of trying to get the fentanyl strike force to come back and do another class in Lincoln County. One of the great things about working with Attorney General Lynn Finch, she does all this, and it costs the county nothing. We have great partners with Lincoln County. They're always usually give us space to do these classes. But when we do this class, it will teach officers how to go in if you think you're coming into contact with this. Proper things to have. Make sure you have on gloves. Make sure you have on a mask. Make sure you have on eye protection, things like that. So because one of the stories that I've told in the past is about an officer in California that was doing a routine search of a car. He opens up a bag, looks down into the bag, and closes the bag up and continues on his search. 30 seconds later, he's laying down in the middle of the road because that bag contained fentanyl. When he closed that bag, the dust went up into his nose. They had to give him 6 dosage of Narcan to get him 4 blocks to a hospital. Luckily, he was able to survive, but that just goes to show how deadly this stuff is.
And the same story you mentioned before about a student splitting a pill at college. And
exactly right.
One half the pill is lethal, and the other half was...
That's right, and I will also give credit to Attorney General Lynn Finch. She has the One Pill Can Kill that she has. It's a program that's out on all of our community colleges, all our 4-year universities and schools and things like that, and it talks about the dangers of taking a pill. It's not like when I was a kid or even that, when somebody would have a headache, somebody would just give you a pill and you take it. Nowadays, you don't know what you're getting because you look at some of these pills, and some of these pills look better than what you can get at a pharmacy. And it's just hard to believe. So I would just caution everybody, parents, talk to your kids, talk to the youth. Don't take a pill from anybody that is not coming out of a pill bottle from a licensed pharmacist.
You mentioned outside before we got the program started that you're even available to go into a classroom and do a program on drug awareness or crime, whatever.
That's exactly right. Any schools, teachers, church groups, youth groups that would like me to come out, I would love to come out and talk to people. Tell them some of the things that I have seen in my career. Tell them some of the things that I've not just seen, but I've also heard about. Joey, Stephen, Timothy Jones, some of our other assistant DAs, we're all available. We want to do as much as we can to educate the public as possible, because the more education that is out there, the better off everybody will be.
I'm going back to what you said earlier about 600 cases a year. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 a day.
Yes, sir.
That's almost 2 a day. And I know you don't have time to do 2 a day.
We don't have, and we only have so many trial terms, and our trial terms are limited to about 50 days a year.
Wow.
So that's how many days we have to actually try cases. And then you're talking about we're indicting around 600. And when I say indicting, they're everything from child support cases to drug cases.
So they may not go to trial.
They may not go to trial. So what we try to do is do everything we can to make sure that when we make a sentence on somebody, that it's an appropriate sentence. For people that have drug problems, that's not the kind of person that we want to see go to the penitentiary. For somebody that is an addict, that has a drug problem, that needs help, we have an outstanding drug court program in our district. Judge Taylor, Judge Strong both administer the drug court and the DUI drug court program. We have an outstanding program for people that are addicts. The last thing we need as people and as taxpayers and all that, we don't need to see somebody that has a problem sitting in the penitentiary because it's not benefiting anyone. When we have the drug court program that this person goes through, they're held accountable for their actions, but mainly they're getting the help that they need. They're getting rehabilitation, they're getting drug screened, they're getting mentoring programs, they're getting community programs that are helping them, and they're actually going back out and helping the community talking about this. So our drug court program is something that I am a very big proponent of. I actually sit on our drug court advisory board with Judge Taylor and Judge Strong, and I can't talk enough about how great that program is.
I know in talking to Judge Taylor, he mentioned the fact that it's not just bringing them in to sentence them to something, it's helping them get through the addiction.
That's right.
Or whatever the problem may be.
That's right.
Provide resources.
And anybody, we could just say randomly, you had a pocket full of cocaine, you're an addict, we're going to send you to the penitentiary for a year. Well, what does that do to that person? They go sit in the penitentiary for a year and they get out and then they go right back to that same rut. So what we want to try to do is make sure that these people are getting the tools that they need to succeed. And I will say that our recidivism rate is very low because, we're seeing these people are coming out. I can't tell you the number of people that I've put into drug court over my 22 years that have come back to me in the later dates and said, thank you. I hit rock bottom. I was at the very bottom. I needed help, and now I got the help that I needed. And those people are going back into the drug court program, and they're being mentors for the people that are in drug court. They're going to these churches, and they're helping with the AA and the NA meetings, and they're doing everything they can to show people that, there is hope.
We were up a couple of weeks ago at Mercy House up in Georgetown, and actually East Haven Church is going to host one of their next graduation classes for people that have gone through the steps there and are coming out and being productive citizens. So those kind of things, they're just awesome.
And that's one of the great things. I'm lucky enough that I get to help host the drug court graduation program every year. Judge Taylor has been very gracious in allowing me to do that. And it's good to see the people that I put into drug court 3, 4, 5 years ago, and I remember what they looked like and how they acted when they went into drug court, and to see that person come out a happy person, a person that has a way forward now. That's just one of the blessings about this job.
Yeah, give them successful opportunity.
Exactly right.
Well, just give them an opportunity. So, hey, Randy said we need to take a break. We're going to come back with you guys, continue conversations about what y'all are doing. Okay?
Thanks,
We'll
sir.
be right back.
Do you have confidence in your bank? This is Shannon Aker with Bank of Brookhaven. You can have confidence in our bank that when you call, someone will actually answer the phone. We know that good, friendly service can go a long way to give you confidence to do the things you need to do. So come by and see us today. We'd love to talk to you at Bank of Brookhaven. Remember, for over 25 years now at Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All righty, we are back with Brendon Adams and Joey Norton from District Attorney's Office. Brendon, the one thing I want for you to mention is you're not covering just Lincoln County, so just kind of give your footprint of what areas y'all do cover.
Right now, our district is Lincoln, Pike, and Walthall counties. We're the 14th Judicial District. Now, that being said, our legislature last year passed what they call judicial redistricting. So we're going to be looking at a completely and totally new district starting in January of this coming year. Our new district will be Lincoln, Copiah, Lawrence County, and Jefferson Davis County.
So then in that move, you're moving your office back to Brookhaven, correct?
We are going to be moving. Our primary office will be in Lincoln County. We will also have satellite offices in Copiah County and Lawrence County. But our primary office will be moved from Pike County back to Lincoln County.
I'm glad to get y'all back up this way.
That's right. So, but we're doing real good. We're really excited about the redistricting coming up. We have actually been going out talking with some of our new sheriffs, some of our new law enforcement officers, new police chiefs, kind of go ahead and getting our footprint out where we're going to be going with everything. I know that Joey and Stephen and Timothy Jones went up and they had a big meeting with Copiah County a couple weeks ago just to kind of let them know what was going to be going, what we were going to be expecting from people, letting them know how we did stuff. That way we want to try to have as seamless as a transition as we possibly can. I've been working with the district attorney in Adams County, which will be taking over Pike County. That's Tim Cotton, and he's going to be coming in, and we're trying to make sure that we're pass everything on, trying to get as many cases in Pike County resolved as we possibly can. That way we can transition over to him. One of the big cases that we just recently got resolved in Pike County, which was a lot of people have probably read about in the newspaper, it was the Central Park shooting. It was a case that was about 4 years old. A 6-year-old was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting in Pike County. Luckily, that case is now finally resolved.
It was in the paper yesterday. It was in the Daily Leader yesterday.
We actually, earlier this year, we went to trial on the last defendant on day, Joey, was it day 3 or day 4? I can't remember. It was either day 3 or day 4. We were getting ready to close the trial out, and he decided he wanted to plead guilty. So that was a good thing. He ended up getting sentenced by Judge David Strong to 50 years in the penitentiary, and out of that 50 years, he will serve that day for day. The other individuals that were involved in the case, one of them was another shooter. His name was Brian Cameron. He was sentenced Monday, and I believe he was sentenced to 60 years in the penitentiary, and he'll serve the first 40 of that day for day. So I was glad to see that we actually were able to get that case resolved. The mother of that case, she deserved her closure. I mean, she had lost her 6-year-old son, and that was one of the things that we needed to, sometimes justice is slow, but it always catches up with you somehow.
Well, since you mentioned that case, I was going to ask you, we talked about fentanyl. What about guns? Are we seeing a decrease in gun violence?
We actually, knock on wood, we are seeing a slight decline in gun violence. And I contribute that to Chief Bearfield, Sheriff Rushing are doing an outstanding job of getting out, getting the community. And one of the things that I've noticed the most more recently is you're seeing a more police presence around Brookhaven.
Absolutely.
You're seeing police officers riding around. You're seeing deputies riding on these country roads. And I think that is a big deterrent for people that are thinking about getting into mischief. So I can't commend Chief Bearfield and Sheriff Rushing enough for what they're doing. We try to work with them as partners to make sure that we're getting everything done. And one of the things that I've been very happy about here lately is, it seems like every day when you get on Facebook lately, you are seeing more and more economic development coming into our district. You're seeing about a new business that's opening up in Brookhaven.
Correct.
You're hearing about a new business that's about to be built, and that is outstanding. And one of the things that I like to think that we're a small part in that, because when people come in and want to make an investment in our community, they want good schools. And Lincoln County, Brookhaven, the Academy, we have great schools. They want good medical care. We have great medical care. We have great doctors. But they also want communities that are safe. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do, is do our part to make sure that the criminal element is being dealt with as effectively and efficiently as possible. And we're sending a message out that we're not going to have that in our area.
When you mentioned economic development, and so I heard this, and I don't know if this is a fact or not, but, none of us are looking forward to Roundabout.
That's right.
Summit's got one, Brookhaven's getting one. But I was told when MDOT looks at that, they're looking at traffic flow.
Mm-hmm.
So the growth of this area warranted a roundabout.
And I think that's
and
right.
you never think about that, like, we're just getting a roundabout. No, it has to do with growth.
And I think that's great. I mean, I love to see that new businesses coming into our community. They want, when employers are trying to bring new employees into our community, they want safe neighborhoods. They want good schools. They want good health care. And we're doing everything we can to try to make our community a safer place. And that was one of my biggest goals when I took office, was to leave our community a safer place than what I found.
Well, you mentioned Dustin Bearfield and Sheriff Rushing, and they were on a couple of weeks ago. And to hear that partnership,
mm-hmm.
and then your piece comes into it. So it's all about the partnership of working together, the relationship that you build with one another. That's exactly right. And one other group that I want to give a shout out to is Attorney General Lynn Finch. She has created an Internet Crimes Against Children task force, and it is a task force that they have in Jackson that they are recruiting our local law enforcement officers to come in. I know Brookhaven Police Department has one officer, and I know the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department has a couple officers. I was thinking Steve might be the person. And we are still seeing a rash of child pornography cases in our area. And that's one of the things that we are working hand in hand with the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. I think it was last fall, we had a gentleman that Internet Crimes Against Children got tips that this guy was getting child pornography, downloading child pornography, potentially even sharing child pornography. We got that. We prosecuted the case. We went to trial, and he will spend the next 60 years in the penitentiary day for day. Joey, I think you did that case, right?
He did work on that.
I didn't.
You did not?
No, that was Stephen, and I believe you did it, didn't you, Brendon?
But I think you and I were talking about the number of hours that he had booked on looking at pornography or something like that.
I don't remember that one. I know there was another one that we did that the guy had over 147,000 images.
That was Mark Holmes' case.
Yeah. That's one I'm thinking about that you just mentioned to me. Like really? I mean, that's unbelievable. And then I know A.G. Fitch, I know Lynn and Tony Geiger that works up there, and this human trafficking thing that, and we've talked about I-10 being a trafficking corridor. So it's a big problem.
That's right, and you know they do an outstanding job of also providing training. We're going to be bringing in a human trafficking training for our area. We're blessed to say that I have not seen a lot of human trafficking in our area. Now, once again, does that mean it's not there? Of course it does.
Well, it goes back to part of that was what you mentioned about the drugs, the closing of the border. I heard yesterday on the news they were talking about that, the number of the decrease in the human trafficking of children.
That's right.
Has been, it's not zero, but it's down.
But it's coming down, and that's one of the things that we always want to make sure, and I want to make sure that our officers are receiving the training that in that event that they run into it, they know what they're looking for. They know what to be watching for. They know how to be, what to be looking for if they come into a possible human trafficking situation. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that training is coming in. And like I said, one of the greatest things, and I tell our Board of Supervisors this all the time, we're trying to do everything we can at no cost to our district. I mean, the Attorney General's office has way more funds than I have, and they're willing to come in and do this training for free, and I'm able to get out and go to my areas and new districts, my old district, my new districts, and get as many law enforcement officers in as I can to get this training for us.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, what else are you dealing with? We talked about guns. We talked about drugs. Anything else that y'all have that's out there with 600 cases? I mean, anything that's just a major concern, I guess is the right word?
I was told by one of the ADAs when I first clerked with the DA's office, and this was back in 2007 and 8, that sexual crimes against kids was huge here. Nothing has changed about that. It is those are some of the worst cases that we see, and honestly some of the most cases that we see, and it's just heartbreaking to deal with, but we do it.
I think, Stephen, you've mentioned to me it creates nightmares, doesn't it? I can't imagine.
That is one of the things. For me. We are still seeing a number. I mean, that's one of the cases that's the number that I'm ready to start seeing come down more is parents, step-parents, guardians that are doing sexual crimes against our children. And I will say we're working every case. We have a good Children's Advocacy Center that we work well with, Southwest Mississippi Children's Advocacy Center. They do an outstanding job of interviewing children, getting the cases sent over to us. Shout out to Joey and Stephen. We had a case where he was a guardian / pastor of a young lady that he was abusing this young lady. went to trial, and he will spend the next 350 years in the penitentiary day for day. So I have a great staff. I can't talk great enough about them. I have over 100 years of legal experience inside of my office, and they make my job a lot easier. I'll just say that.
We got a couple of minutes left. Again, just mention the fact that you're available for just kind of share what you're willing to do.
Anybody that would ever like to talk to me, feel free to give me a call in my office, 601-833-3811. I'll even take it a step farther. I'll give you my cell phone number, 601-757-9125. If you'd like me to come out and talk to a church, talk to a Sunday school group, talk to a youth group, talk to your children, talk to school districts. We've gone in a number of times. We've been down to Tylertown. We've been in Pike County area, and we've been to a couple places in Brookhaven where we've talked to children. We want them to understand the dangers of not just drugs, but one of the things that we're seeing a lot of is the dangers of being on the internet, Roblox, Minecraft, all these things. So we want to make sure that we're educating as many people as we possibly can. And like I said, if that means having to take time out of my schedule, I'm more than willing to do that. I'm more than willing to go to schools, churches. We can have, if we're having a big enough group, I can reserve the courtroom and we can bring people up there and make a place for them.
I think Chief Bearfield said they're going to start the DARE program back.
And I look forward to that as well. I've been in talk
Will y'all
with
partner
them.
with?
We will. So
Okay.
I look forward to that.
All right, guys. Look, I've told you, I'd love for y'all to come quarterly just to let people know what you're doing. So you let me know, and we'll get you guys on and talk about Lincoln County and the area.
Sounds great.
Appreciate what y'all do, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon. Hey, Randy's going to take us out here. I actually beat the music this time, Randy. You're not cutting me off this time. See, there he goes.
Thank you.